Hello and welcome to Mystical Adventures. My name is Vivian, and I'm so delighted you've joined me tonight. Welcome. Have you had trouble tuning into the truth lately? Have you had trouble not knowing who to believe in politics and the news and a lot that's happening around the globe? A lot of people have been wondering who to believe. There is a shift in our consciousness as a globe, as a humanity, towards seeking the truth and questioning those in authority, more questioning those in power and those in the public eye. And I thought it was a great Mercury retrograde topic to explore tonight. So we're going to be exploring some fun, mystical, intuitive, and integrative ways that you can increase your ability to see past illusions and find the truth for yourself, to see past the nebulousness and all of the opinions, and to tune into your own wisdom, use your own resources to find what the answer is for you. I just want to give you a couple quick reminders before we get going with tonight's show. In February next week, February 23rd, I'm having my fantastic, talented friend and colleague, Christine French, on the show. And Christine is an energy shifting practitioner who helps clients focus on shifting their mindset to achieve the abundance they desire. And on this upcoming show on the 23rd, don't miss it. Tune in, and she's going to discuss the energy of 2021 and the tools needed to get the work done this upcoming year. So I'm so excited to have Christine French on the show. Don't miss that show with my fabulous guests. And right after that show on the 23rd, stay around, because right at 4:30, I'm going to go on Facebook Live on my Facebook page and Creative Psyche Studio, and I'm going to do a zodiac reading for the month ahead in March. And I do an intuitive zodiac reading, tuning into the energy of each sign. I don't use astrology to predict the energy for the month ahead. I use my own intuition and draw some cards, but I just divide up everyone into signs so I can give you a more personal reading. So that's going to be on Facebook Live right after next week's show, 4:30 Eastern Standard Time. And then that Thursday, not this Thursday, but next Thursday, I'm going to do another Facebook Live. I know, what's with all the Facebook Live? Right? Is it your new addiction, Anne? Maybe so. It is super fun. And I finally figured out how to do it. So I'm forgiving myself for taking this long to figure it out. On Thursday at 4:30 p.m., that's Thursday the 25th, on my Facebook page, Creative Psyche Studio, I'm going to be giving an intro talk to the integrative dreaming group I'm going to be doing in March. And that group is going to take place online. You can contact me for details or see it on my social media or website. But on Thursday, I'm going to be giving a little Facebook Live chat to just tell you an introduction to what this dream group is all about. We're going to explore dreaming in an integrative way, as you might imagine. So I'm excited about that. It's time for the Spirit Helper of the week, my friend. Every week I tune in and I open myself to the earth and the cosmos and ask what heart-centered, loving angel, entity, being, ascended master wants to come and give guidance for my beautiful, lovely audience for the week ahead. And another animal spirit showed up. We've been getting a lot of animals lately. I must be very earthy and attracting a lot of lovely animal energy. So this week, penguin spirit animal showed up. I love penguin. Come on, how can you not love penguin? A bird that swims to the depth, that uses its wings to move through the currents of the waters. And there's so much metaphorically there with that. Penguins are associated with astral projection and lucid dreaming because of this, because they're birds that don't fly, but that travel to the depths of the waters. It's a great metaphor for your unconscious mind, for traveling to the depth of consciousness and flying in an altered state a natural altered state. I might add astral projection and lucid dreaming are very normal and healthy and not uncommon. So the penguin is a spirit animal that is associated with these normal states of altered consciousness or expanded consciousness. And they're also associated with family, male, female roles. One of the penguins, I believe it's the emperor penguin. I could be wrong. It could be the king penguin. The father takes care of the egg and kind of huddles over it as the mother swims to the depth of the ocean for food. And they're also associated with appearances and piercing below the surface. So here is the message I want to read to you from the penguin spirit animal for the week ahead. And you may notice some of these energies and subject matter come up in the week ahead. This is specifically for you, my audience, tuning in. So here's the message from the penguin spirit animal. One more thing before I read the message. The penguin spirit did talk about royalty and regality and confidence. And I just wanted to mention there's a king penguin and an emperor penguin, and they both have yellow markings around the side of their face, around the side of their head that some people might think of bears a resemblance to a crown. That is important for what I'm about to read. We realize our regality. We realize we are not insignificant, but deserve the best. One of the things we want to teach you is that it is better to go as a team to dive to the depths. We are adventurers of the sea, adventurers of the depths. We wear a crown around our head, knowing we deserve to be guided. Understand the solutions to problems are not always apparent on the surface. They must be obtained by diving deep and journeying to the cold and mysterious places others may fear to tread. We always come back with something special on these trips. It is time you learn to trust your instincts like us, to find the treasure, to find your gold. You'll have better luck if you don't go it alone and have the courage to go where others may not want to go. Have the courage to leave your comfortable banks and travel to the ancient depths that hold both mysteries and answers. Message from the penguin spirit animal. And it does have something to do with what we're going to be discussing tonight, because we are talking about getting that clarity, receiving that clarity when others are offering many different opinions, differing opinions, and sometimes it's just hard to know the truth. This may be having to do with politics. A lot has been going on with politics and who has the truth, what's the truth, with the news, what is the media really showing, with someone at work, someone you know, someone who said something and you don't know whether to believe them or not. Different people giving you different advice. You don't know who to trust, who to believe. So I want to talk about this tonight and how to use the wisdom of the penguin to pierce below the surface, to leave our uncomfortable bank of surface appearances and to really dive deep into that ocean to find the answers under the water. So I thought I'd give as an example tonight someone I've been talking about on the show just because I love this artist's music, and that's Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson, even though he's been dead for a decade or so now, is in the news because of the controversial, Michael Jackson controversy? No, because of the controversial documentary on HBO, Leaving Neverland. And I was just thinking about how I was talking about Michael Jackson on the show and how I really enjoy his music. For the record, I don't want to say on the air what my intuition is about the allegations, but I will say I do believe there's a lot of illusions surrounding Michael Jackson, and there's a lot of illusions in general in this world. And it's really up to, I think, each of us to tune into our inner wisdom and make the best decision we can about who to believe. And you may not care about Michael Jackson or this documentary, but I'm using this as an example. I do find that when I listen to his music, I do not feel creepy or malicious vibe. I think the vibration is a positive one in his music. So I continue to listen to his music. But who would believe there's the HBO documentary, there were accusations, child abuse accusations against Michael in multiple times, and a trial that happened, and he was acquitted, proved innocent in that court. There have been many speculations, much controversy about so many things about Michael, a number of things. And there's the media portrayal, there's the documentaries, the counter documentaries, there's the controversy of his personal life, there's his music and stardom. And a lot of people are giving lots of different opinions about the truth. Did abuse really happen? I think this is a great example. I wanted to bring it on the show tonight because I think it's a great example of when there's a lot of different opinions, how to cut through all of that cloudiness and find the truth for yourself. So I thought I'd just share a couple of opinions of really famous people in the public eye, and because I think they both make some great points. And so one of the things that I want to share with you, of course, when we're trying to find the truth is look at the different sides, look at the different opinions, and look at the facts. So Oprah, her response to the Leaving Neverland documentary and the abuse allegations was that she believed Jackson's accusers because girls at her school in South Africa have been sexually assaulted and abused, yet they have never won a case against their abusers because the girls misremember certain details, such as the exact time of the assault once they're put on the witness stand. And that was from Vanity Fair, in which Oprah talked about this and why she is supportive of the documentary. She also interviewed the gentleman in the documentary and said in that interview that she actually wanted to make that a platform for giving abusers the microphone and the spotlight and respect, even transcending whether or not these allegations were true or not. I thought that was a really good point. She's making some really good points, and I think it's a really good point that we need to give the spotlight to the underdog and look at who does have the power, who doesn't have the power. And with the Me Too movement, with a lot more shifts in our culture to support people who have been mistreated and abused, to be able to speak their truth and confront those in authority who have misused their power, I think is really important. On the other hand, Madonna is quoted as saying, when asked about Michael Jackson and these allegations, she says, "I don't have a lynch mob mentality. So in my mind, people are innocent until proven guilty." She says, what's the agenda? What do people want out of this? Are there people asking for money? Is there some kind of extortion thing happening? I would take all those things into consideration. Excellent point, Madonna. So when we're trying to see past illusions, check the facts, get people's opinions, take that into consideration, but then check the facts. And it's easy to say the facts, though. It's easy to say, well, what can you prove? I think Oprah made a great point. Not everything is provable in a court of law. And there are sometimes political reasons for this and reasons of oppression. It reminds me of the best detectives. The best detectives don't just look at the facts. They aren't just looking at the evidence in front of their face. The best detectives trust their hunches. And they have great hunches, which is really intuition. So the next thing that I want to encourage you to do, my friend, when you're seeking clarity and seeking to find the truth, is to trust that still small voice. Trust your own inner wisdom. Trust the wisdom of the heart. Trust the wisdom of your intuition, your intuitive voice. And you can do this in any situation where facts and figures and opinions are confusing. So here's a few just tips I wanted to share with you to tune into your intuition, to really decide for yourself who you believe in any matter. One, practice using your intuition. The best way I know how to do this is keep an intuitive journal. Every time you have an intuition or get a feeling that you might be getting a psychic impression or an intuitive hunch, write it down, write the date down. And then as you do this, you go back, you look at which ones were on, which ones maybe did not come to pass yet, and you begin to understand how your intuition best expresses itself in your body, mind, spirit. And this can help you differentiate the voice of intuition versus the voice of anxiety or wishful thinking. Another technique you can use is to simply hold the person or agency or idea, the name in your hand or the different ideas, write them down, choose one, hold it in your hand in meditation, and just set your intentions to receive intuition and guidance about this person, place, thing, idea, agency, and see what thoughts, images, feelings come to you. I like to do a variation on this called envelope and divination. Envelope divination is something I'm sure other people use, but I sort of made it up, in which I put different ideas or whatever different choices I have that I'm working with in separate. I write them down on index cards, put them in envelopes, and shuffle them so I don't know which one is which. And then I do that same practice of sitting in a meditative state and tuning into the energy of whatever I've written on the envelope. I can't see it. And then I write down whatever impressions I get intuitively, images, words, feelings. And then I open them up and then see what the different choices were. And this is a way of helping to see past appearances, because one of the things that can blind us is what the media portrays, what's popular, who's good looking, who's charming, who's good with words, what's popular in culture, what's being pushed to the forefront of the media and television and entertainment. And this can be, so powerful and overwhelming to our own inner wisdom. So those are ways to cut through that and to make sure that you're not letting appearances deceive you. Like the penguin, you're diving in underneath the surface to find that truth. There's Lady Justice is a statue, a popularized statue in a lot of courtrooms that's really a modernized version of the Greek goddess Themis and the ancient Egyptian goddess Mat, a lot of people believe. And she's wearing a blindfold. This has to do with justice is blind, and justice sees past illusions. Justice sees past what's popular or unpopular, and people come in and out of popularity. Ideas come in and out of popularity. And the idea is truth is eternal. So I just want to encourage you to use your intuition, check the facts, trust your hunches, and this can help you in Michael Jackson's case, in any case, to see into what the truth is according to your wisdom. We are now at the point of the show where we get to switch gears and take a call. I'm so excited to do a reading for Nina in Waterford, New Jersey. Hi, Nina.
Hi.
Hi. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Hi. How are you doing tonight?
Not good. It's cold, but not much you do about that.
It is cold. It is cold, my friend.
Yeah.
I'm about ready for spring to be sprung.
Me
I'm
too.
talking
I'm ready.
tonight. Right. I'm talking tonight on the show about seeing past surface appearances and using our intuition. Do you feel like you are able to tap into your intuition to see the truth about matters?
Yes, I do. I feel that. Like I feel things sometimes. Sometimes I think I feel spirits around me, like in my home. I'm not sure if, but I feel like they're there.
Yeah, and that's a beautiful way of expressing intuition. You might have some mediumship skills, and sometimes our spirit guides will show up and we'll feel their presence, sometimes deceased family members. And that's another way of asking for expanded perspective and intuitive guidance, is tuning into the spirit realm.
Right.
So beautiful. Nina, how can I help you tonight? Do you have a specific question, or would you just like me to tune in?
I was wondering about like spirit, like health problems and like spirits around me, mainly,
So you'd like me to tune into the spirits around you and tell you what I'm picking up on?
Yes.
Okay, sure. There'll just be a moment of silence as I tune into your energy.
Okay.
Well, the first thing I get around you, Nina, is your home very clean? It feels like it's a very clean home, and this is very positive for the spirit.
Yes.
Yes, that helps to actually attract spirits and good positive life energy and chi as well, is to keep your home clean and organized. So the spirits around you, I think it's easier for these benevolent spirits to come visit you. I feel a grandmother type energy around you, and I feel this grandmother energy person loved animals and also connected with you through books reading, teaching something through books reading together. Does that ring any bells?
Mm-hmm. Yes, it does.
Is this a grandmother that I'm tuning into?
Yes, grandmother.
So I feel like her lovely, beautiful energy is around you, Nina, and she feels like a very just appreciative, grateful soul. And she loves to just open her arms and just an expansive kind of consciousness where she loves to help other people and guide other people.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like, and I feel her beautiful energy around you, Nina. And I feel like there's an animal energy around her, that she loves animals. There might be a dog that is in the picture. That's
a dog.
Yeah, a dog. Mm-hmm. Does that make sense? She might be bringing up is she's connecting with and just appreciating. And I feel like even though she had this really expansive, grateful energy, she also like didn't take a lot of BS. You know what I mean? She didn't. She cut to the truth. Speaking of cutting to the truth and cutting past the cloudiness, she would like to zero in on the truth. And I feel like she's around you, Nina, and I feel like she's just offering, her love and encouragement, and she still connects with you through books. She's still showing me she likes to teach you. She likes to learn from you. She likes to connect with you with different things that you're reading and to appreciate the ideas that you're reading that she appreciates. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does. It makes sense. My brother writes books, so that's it.
Okay.
Yeah. So
okay. And maybe she's. Yeah, I'm sorry. Go on.
Yeah, that's it. That she, I think that she, I guess she knows that now,
Yeah, so the appreciation of this beautiful writing endeavor and energy that's coming into your family, and I think she's definitely connecting with that. And I think that she wants to acknowledge that and acknowledge your connection with that as well. And I feel like this grandmother, she's still around you, and I feel like she just really appreciates when you remember her. And I feel like when you say her name, even, she is very receptive to visiting you. And it may be in the garden or some kind of outdoor place where you feel her presence. And she just wants you to know that you're not alone, that she's always around you, and that she's still caring for you and functioning as like a nurturing mother type figure and wanting to help support you as well.
That's good to know, Because sometimes I even smell my mom's perfume. And she's been dead for a while now, but like once in a while I smell like her perfume. And no reason I should smell it, but I just feel like that's why I feel like there's spirits around me.
I definitely think there's spirits around you, Nina, and I think you are a force to be reckoned with. I think you're a very powerful person and have some definite intuition abilities for sure. And you know, you being sensitive to the spirits around you is using your spirit-given, God-given power, and you can expand that and talk to the spirits and notice what you get for responses. I'm getting a message that oh, good. And just want to encourage you to do that. I'm getting a message. We're coming to the end of the show here. So I really hope that was helpful, Nina. Thank you so much for calling in.
You helped me so much. Thank you.
Oh, my pleasure. My pleasure. Blessings. Thank you so much, viewer and listener. Have a beautiful week, and I will see you next show with Christine French.